So it's been about a year since I started this channel, this one. And I've been stoked on how it's performed. I have 6,000 subscribers. I've had so many cool conversations about food with you guys, which is awesome. And I finally met people who are obsessed with food as much as I am, which is hard to find. But I want to give you guys an update on what's going on with my life, but also this channel. This channel, as you know it, is going to be changing for the better. But I want to apologize because the content will be different. It'll obviously still be all about food, but for me to do this next step in my life professionally as a chef, I can't continue to do the content as you know it because I'm starting a vlog. Yeah. So to give you guys a little update on what's happening in my life, I just moved out of my place. Moved back with the family and fixed up the old room. So enough talking about this. Let's go cook some food. Come on. Okay. So a good friend of mine sent me this picture. This picture by which he's the sous chef at Alinea, which is like a 3 Michelin star restaurant in Chicago. Fantastic place. There's a whole bunch of like online conversation. There's a whole bunch of online conversations going on trying to figure out how they made it. And what they use is this thing called a rotor evaporator, which looks like this, which is a big old expensive machine to you put the food in this like big old glass bulb and it spins it around and heats it up, and then the vapor goes off of it, and then it's distilled into a liquid, so you have this like super potent, pure, like aromatic water. It's really, really cool. Really, really cool stuff. But it makes it completely clear, which is the coolest thing about it. But then I was thinking, I was like, I can make this. Like I know how to make this. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this. Okay. So what you got to start with is a pumpkin, because we've got to make the pumpkin filling to distill it into a liquid later. So and then roast them in the oven. I don't know, cook it for like 20 minutes at like 350. Check that out. The water at the bottom of the pan, that's just so it doesn't burn. Well, there we go. Pumpkin cooked, just need to puree it, then spices. Cool. I burnt off most of the feeling in my hands, but that's still really hot. Not the most efficient way to peel a pumpkin, but it gets the job done. This thing sucks. Plan number 2. Come on. Okay, smooth. Okay, that was harder and dirtier than it needed to be, but pumpkin has been pureed. To this, we're gonna add some fall spices, so some nutmeg, just some, oh, not that many, some whole cloves. We don't need to grind them up. I'll explain later. Put those in there. Stick of cinnamon, and then some powdered ginger, and if you have it, some allspice maybe. Just anything that's kind of like fall related. It doesn't really matter a whole ton, but you want it to be potent. So add a little more if you need it. Little mix, and then put aside. Let me explain the next process, writing it down, because that's just easier to do. So what we're gonna do is somehow make this translucent while still having its exact flavor that's in here. We're gonna do that with egg whites. Egg whites are a protein like this, and it's got this long kind of, what are they? It's got these long strings inside of it. Agitate it, kind of shaking it around like that. Or if you add like an acid to it, the protein kind of unravels out, and then they all do the same. You got a bunch of them. Basically makes like a big old net. These, and grabs all this stuff. And I'll just show you. So add some egg whites. So the unraveling of the protein, part 1, agitation. Unraveling part 2, acid. I'm using rice wine vinegar. It's got a mellow flavor, but any vinegar works. Just a tad. The final part is heat. We can't do that yet, but we're gonna let it sit for a bit, about 10 minutes, just to kind of finish its chemical reaction. While that's resting, get some water, not too much. About 3 cups. This peanut's too big. We're gonna use this one. So our pie filling mixture has been sitting for about 10 minutes, which is plenty of time. We're gonna add it to cold water. Cold water. To do this properly, you have to be super precise. Egg whites set at exactly 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And so you have to whisk it until it hits about 135 degrees Fahrenheit. And as soon as it does reach that temperature, stop whisking. Getting super close. 133, 134, 135, 136. Little whisk. 137. And I am stopping. 138. I say that's good enough. Stop it. Turn it on low. Convection simmer. So it's just hit that temperature. Now it's only going to cook on one side. That's so the warm liquid rises and creating this circle motion, which a raft will form from the top. And so the warm water will rise, grab any sentiment? Grab any crap, sticking it in the raft, and then kind of using that as a filter, and just filtering the liquid. Keeping the flavor in there, but completely clear. You'll see. Okay, raft has formed. It's not too appetizing looking, but it's starting to clarify. If you see that, everything's clumped up, and then the water's now looking clear. That's exactly what we want. So for the final filtration of this, we're gonna have a strainer and a coffee filter. So now all you're left with is a 99% clear liquid that tastes just like a pumpkin pie filling. It's really good. And next, we need to get this in a solid form in this. To do that, add it to a pot. And then add the warm liquid to the pie crust. And to let chill. We're going to let that chill right next to the rotisserie chicken. Very good. So while that waits, we're going to go do something. Want to go do something?
Sure.
Body surfing. By the way, that's my little brother Danny. Small fry. We're going to need this. And this. And this new guy. Sweet. Waves are way too small. It's like a lake. It's like a lake. Forget that. All right, let's go check the pie. Let's go check the pie. There it is. Check that out. Pretty cool. Kind of cool. It's not perfectly translucent like the photo. But I think we did a pretty good job. Now, a true question is, how does it taste? Layered crust. Lighting's so bad in here you can't really see, but it's got a slight orange hue, but not super terrible. It's almost like a gold color. It's kind of nice, actually. Flavor is really good. Texture, I don't know. This is definitely like a heavy foodie type thing. I wouldn't expect people to really... I wouldn't bring this to a party. That's kind of what I'm going to say. I would only bring this to a party with like chefs there, because they'd be like, that's awesome. But everyone else would be like, what the heck is this crap? But I think it's pretty cool. It's like it's basically all the flavor of a pumpkin pie, and you're like, what's that? Like, oh, it's pumpkin pie. No, but it's pumpkin pie. Cool. It's pretty good. Well, I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. So hopefully this episode was good. I'm definitely going to get better going along while making these. I got a busy day tomorrow, so I'm going to stop it here, edit, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Sweet car.
Thanks.